Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Superstars of Wrestling review series for the 21st of August, 1993, and we don't have a lot of 93 left. I have a couple of 93 programs up until I believe it's October. A couple of weeks in there, and obviously I'd love to see them post the glory days of 88 through 90. Well, they have most of 92 up, but 88 through maybe 91, but I don't think they can due to the nature of things, the legalities, and all that mess. Anyway, an Elvis impersonator calls Jerry Lawler the true king to kick off this particular edition of Superstars. Not quite sure how to feel about that. I've never been a fan of the Elvis impersonator deal being a big thing. It's just not for me. Anyway, we're a couple of weeks, maybe a week away from SummerSlam. That is a good place to be, I suppose. Second biggest, well, actually, it's the third biggest pay-per-view of the year behind Mania, obviously, and the Royal Rumble. And but by this point, 93, SummerSlam still counts as a major show. I don't think it stopped being a major show till about 98 or so. But anyway, Marty Jannetty and Barry Horowitz up as the first match of the day. And Jannetty at this point still feuding with Shawn Michaels. Kind of been fired, let go, brought back, hired again. All of that. I think by this point, Jannetty has been about 1 week Intercontinental Champion, beating Michaels at that time. Late July, early August, I'm pretty sure, is what's there. But this match with Barry Horowitz probably one of the better enhancement talents that they have in the area at the time, and without a doubt, a guy who should be regarded well, as one would imagine. We kind of go into things there. Marty gets sent off the ropes, hits a knee lift and a super kick, known primarily for those super kicks and other really basic things. Goes to the top rope after doing the roundabout rocker dropper, and we see the top rope fist drop from Jannetty. Jannetty gets a win relatively quickly there, and we go to face Steiners and Heavenly Bodies. Cornette basically says the Steiners have never seen a team like the Heavenly Bodies before. I would believe that within the WWF confines. Maybe not within the NWA. Also runs through various matches for SummerSlam. Cornette says they are the number one team, both in the Smoky Mountains and the WWF. And without a doubt, they kind of go at it with the Steiners in that face-to-face format. Steiners say they like new competition, they like fresh meat, and they are looking forward to the SummerSlam match. As mentioned previous weeks, I thought this was the best Steiners match of their entire WWF run, is that SummerSlam match. That's my personal opinion anyway. Quebecers, Jacques and Pierre versus Dan Dubai and Scott Despres, whose last name I always pronounce wrong. Scott's a guy who later in WCW is known as Maverick Wild, which was the gimmick he used on the Independents. I've known Scott for years. Guy who should have gotten more out of the wrestling business for sure. Anyway, basic takedowns by the Quebecers. Pile driver by Jacques before the pile driver by Jacques, and then kind of the somersault deal by Pierre, backdropped by his own partner into an issue there. And needless to say, Despres, otherwise known as good old Scotty Maverick Wild, is pretty well splatted. Anyway, hard shots and cut off by the Quebecers. Quebecers lift up and they do the old Rougeau brothers finish. Kind of the bombs away deal, rolls them up, and a win soon at hand for the Quebecers, who managed to, basically take their opponents all the way out at a whole nother level. They give an update for the Lex Express, show Lex interacting with fans and all of that. SummerSlam report. Basically, Shawn Michaels is the main focus of the SummerSlam report. SummerSlam report with Diesel. Diesel obviously says very few words, but implies that he is ready to defend Shawn Michaels wherever he needs to. Mean Gene hyping SummerSlam as the hottest event of the summer. I'm not necessarily sure in that scenario that is 100% the case, but it is, I guess, kind of the case. Actually skipped a match in the middle here. Bam Bam Bigelow, who's getting ready for a major run with Tatanka against Bobby Who. Um, and Bobby Who is not Who as in Jim Neidhart Who. Bobby Who is an enhancement talent, and obviously Luna Vachon, who they were going to pair with Sherry and did throughout the summer, is with Bigelow as his main squeeze. Bigelow using power slams and hard shots under the chin of Mr. Who. The Smoking Guns are ready to challenge what amounts to Adam Bomb and Bam Bam Bigelow is the temporary team. Bigelow heads to the top rope, hits top rope headbutt. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Obviously, Michael says that he is the greatest and that he is going to defeat Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam. We see a Macho Man Slim Jim commercial at the library. Just about everyone's seen those. Men on a Mission. Mabel and Mo versus Mike Sharp and Jeff Labatt. And obviously, Men on a Mission going to be successful there. Oscar is wrapping them to the ring. I don't know that this gimmick ever fully gets over. They were around until about 1995 or so before the ill-fated heel turn of Mabel. But suffice to say, Mabel and Mo, both over 300 pounds. Mabel over 5 at a point. And I remember the worst house show match I ever saw was Mabel and Yokozuna as a main event. And yes, it is as bad as it sounds. Anyway, some side headlocks by Mike Sharp. Sharp tries, but ends up on the receiving end of a back suplex. Mabel is on the outside of the ring. Mo doing the majority of the work in the early part of the match, and we see that kind of go in a good direction for him. Big body slam when Mabel finally does come in, and he's dressed in neon green, purple, and blue. Double choke slam by Men on a Mission. Odd to see choke slams in 1993. And then some splashes as Men on a Mission get the victory. Mr. Perfect says he's going to shut Michael's mouth once and for all. Diesel said he wouldn't be so sure about that. And they are ready for their SummerSlam match as we go towards the final superstars of the month here. We'll be back with more right after this.